Hi guys, hope you're all keeping well, and today I'm going to be doing a different type of video. This video is for people who want to stop smoking and start vaping. So some of you guys might not want to watch this, however you might want to show it to your family and friends who are thinking of stopping smoking and starting vaping. To you guys who have just joined me who want to stop smoking and start vaping, let's continue. Okay then, so you want to stop smoking and you want to start vaping. Okay then, the reasons for quitting smoking and taking up vaping. Well, where do we begin? Basically, it's going to harm you. There's no two ways about it. Smoking will harm you, and it may even kill you. So I mean, it's a bit of a no-brainer, isn't it? Do you continue smoking or do you do something else? And the alternative I would suggest is either to pack in altogether. If that's not for you and you've seen vaping and you want to take vaping up, well, I'm going to try and explain to you what this is all about and help you along the way. Yeah, we've all heard of this one, guys. Passive smoking. Oh, that's not good. I mean, the people around you, your family and friends, your loved ones, you know, passive vaping, we know what damage that can cause. Another good reason to get off the ciggies and start vaping. Now, this reason is the one that most people actually stop smoking for, because it's very expensive. It should be all the other reasons that I've just outlined here, but more often than not, and I'm guilty of this one as well, it's the expense, you know, or more to put it another way, the money that you can possibly save by stopping smoking, you know, altogether. But smoking is a very expensive habit. At the moment of this recording, I mean, you're looking about what, £10 a pack, which is ridiculous. So it's far too expensive. Like, so yeah, it should be the reasons that we've already covered, guys, but more often than not, people will convert to vaping because of the expense of smoking. Okay, reasons to start vaping. Well, we sort of touched about that a moment ago, but let's just start with this point. It's safer than smoking. Yes, it is safer than smoking. In fact, the Royal College of Physicians, who are a much renowned medical body that's respected throughout the world, have declared it to be 95% safer than smoking. Yeah, 95% safer than smoking. Now, cancer research here in the UK have gone a little bit further and they've deemed it to be 97% safer than smoking. Well, guys, that's a no-brainer. I mean, that's got to be a good reason to start vaping, surely. Guys, there's no such thing as passive vaping. When you inhale vapor, all it is, it's just like a vehicle for delivering nicotine into your lungs. And once that's been deposited in your lungs, what you breathe out is just vapor. There's nothing in there that's going to harm anyone, you know. But what I would say, guys, is just be mindful of people around you. When you're vaping, not everyone sort of understands that it doesn't do any harm, and people might get irritated for many reasons, like the fact that you're blowing big clouds, or the smell of the vapor that you're using you might like, but it might be annoying to other people. So guys, just be mindful of people around you when you're vaping. It won't harm them, but it might irritate them, so yeah, just be respectful. Another plus with vaping, it's not as expensive as smoking. Well, at the time of this video getting recorded, it's much cheaper than smoking. Now that might change in the future, we don't know, but at the moment it's very cheap compared to smoking. So vaping, that's another plus to start vaping, guys, you know. It really is a safer and a cheaper alternative. In fact, no, let me not put words in your mouth. When I say safer, it's safer than smoking. Yeah? There's no such thing as that being totally safe. That just doesn't exist, to be quite honest with you. But as an alternative to smoking, it's much safer. And as I say, I quoted the statistics a moment ago. So guys, you used to smoke and you knew that was killing you. Vaping, safer. It's, you know, to me, that's the choice to make, you know. So what do I need for vaping then? As you can see, there's on the screen there at the moment, you've got starter kits. Now the two starter kits on there, one is the Aspire Zealous. I've also done a review for that, guy, so subscribe to the channel and check out the full review. And the one next to it is the E-Cig 2, which also I've done a review about, so check that out as well. And down below is a bottle of e-liquid. I'll just put a nondescript bottle there because I don't know what flavour e-liquid you're going to choose. So that's basically what it comes in, a 10ml bottle. and the TPD TRPR laws say it can be no higher than 18 milligram nicotine, and the capacity of the bottle can only be 10 millilitres. What are starter kits? Well, basically, the devices I've just showed you there on screen, like, yeah. I mean, some are just dead basic, as I say. You just fill them with juice, and you just have a power button and no display, nothing more, nothing less. 5 clicks to switch them on, 5 clicks to switch them off, and that's pretty straightforward. In fact, I've got one here. This guy here, this is the E-Cig. No screen on it whatsoever, simple to use. Once again, guys, as I say, I've done a review, check it out. And that, you just power it on, 5 clicks to power it off, and you can't change the power, it's just a standard power, and it works. And yeah, some devices will have like displays and buttons and screens, you know, so you can see what's going on, such as this. This is the Aspire Zelos. As I say, I've done a review for it, guys, check it out. And as you can see there, it has a display on it to tell you what wattage you're on, the power levels, etc. And you can adjust the power using these buttons. But I'll say there's a full review about that, guys. Check it out. So, maintenance. Yes, you have to look after your devices, guys. And what part of this is like the tanks that come with the devices. All tanks have coils in them, and these coils need to be changed regularly. It depends on how heavy usage that you are using your device, you know. If you're using it quite a lot, you'll have to change the coils sooner than you would do if you weren't using it a lot. So how will I know when to change the coil? Basically, when you're vaping on a coil that's on its way out, when it's time to replace it, you will notice when the coil's new, the flavour is fantastic, you know. You're really enjoying good flavour. So once again, it depends on how often you use it, but usually a good sign to tell that your coil's on the way out is the taste of your e-liquid will suffer as a consequence. You sort of get like a burnt taste, yeah, and that's usually the big clue that the coil, you know, is time to change. It's had its day. Okay, guys, basically changing the coil is so easy. It's like they're all designed to be screwed in or screwed out. So if you're removing your coil, you just screw it out, and if you're putting the coil back in, screw it in place. It's that easy, guys. It's so easy. So your tanks, basically all your tanks which hold the e-liquid need to be cleaned regularly, guys. So when you're down to your last drop of oil, instead of filling it up, if it's been a while, open that tank up, take out the coil and wash the tank in nice warm water. If you're going to use soapy water, make sure that you rinse it thoroughly and make sure the tank is completely dry before you reassemble it, yeah? Charging. Yeah, all the devices I've showed here today, and it's the same with all devices per se. Basically, when you're using your device, you will notice like the quality decreases. That can be like sort of the vapor that it's producing, you know, or it just doesn't seem to do the trick, for want of a better explanation. And basically, you'll need to recharge it. The devices that we've talked about on here, they all come with a USB cable. Let me just show you one of these guys, yeah? So that's the USB cable there. The little end goes into the device, and this end goes into either your computer or a dedicated E-Cig charger that plugs into the wall. You can't use these with like chargers that are for mobile phones, guys. No, so dangerous, absolutely big no. So a dedicated wall plug charger for an E-Cig or your USB on your computer. And always, guys, never leave these unattended while charging. Don't go out the house, and certainly don't go to bed and leave them charging. Definitely don't do that, guys. Safety is paramount when you're charging. Guys, before you even start to charge a device, check it thoroughly. Make sure that it's not damaged. If that device is damaged, it's no good. Don't even bother charging it. Discard it and buy a new one. I know I'm repeating myself, guys, but safety is paramount. Make sure you look after the devices and they will look after you. Okay, guys, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to use the devices that we've shown and talked about here. I'll give you a demonstration on how they vape. Okay guys, we're back up top, and this is one of the devices we were talking about. It's the E-Cig 2. Now this is a mouth to lung device, which means it's very similar to the way you used to smoke a cigarette. So you then take a whiff, inhale it and exhale it. So let's have a toot on it and see how it performs. Yeah, that's very close to a cigarette. The draw on that is very similar to a cigarette. I'll say guys, no fancy screens on that. When the batteries run low on that'll flash to different colour levels to show you how much of a deterioration in battery there is, and then ultimately you'll have to recharge it. And this device guys, which is the Aspire Zelos, this is also a mouth to lung device. Even though it's slightly different looking to this fella, it still does the same job. So it's very similar to a cigarette when you're having a whiff on it. Yeah, very similar indeed to a cigarette. And this one, I don't know if you can see on this, it'll come out for you. It's got a little battery indicator, can you see that there? So it tells you when the battery's running low. And these buttons here, if it's taking the power up or down, so you can change the style of the vape that you're experiencing, yeah? Guys, it seems a lot to take in, but trust me, this will be one of the best things you ever done. Stopping smoking and starting vaping. Yeah, this is very close to smoking that. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, or if you're about to subscribe, you'll notice that my style of vaping is what we call direct lung, because I've been vaping for a long time, and you progress. So when you start vaping and you've stopped smoking, don't be going for one of these guys. These are like, it's too much when you first start off. You progress. After you've gone through your phase of using a device like that, or a device like this, then you'll progress to these. Now look at the difference on these guys. As I said to you before, they're mouth to lung devices. So you take a whiff, inhale, exhale. These are what we call direct lung devices. So you just take this directly into your lung, and what's the difference guys? Now if you're coming off smoking, you don't need a device like that, because that's nothing like a cigarette. When you smoked a ciggy, you never produce clouds like that. No way. So you build up to devices like this guys. Don't be in a hurry to get to this stage. It will come and you will enjoy them, yeah? So guys, if you've enjoyed this video, there should be a subscribe button down below. Click on it to subscribe. It's totally free guys, doesn't cost you a penny. And click on the notification bell and you'll get notifications of all my new videos or live casts. Now don't forget guys, if you're starting to vape, I've got loads of playlists there. What playlists are? They're all like categories of different degrees of vaping, and you can check them out and learn as you go along. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'm going to love yous and leave yous, and I'll see yous all next time.